Recall, before we found the quadratic formula, and it's actually the way we found the quadratic formula, we solved the equations ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0 by putting them in the form a times x minus h squared plus k. Remember, it was a very time-consuming and difficult process. If you'd like to see an example of what we went through, you can click the link to the right. But we have now seen that the values h and k are the coordinates of the vertex. For this reason, we call this form the vertex form. We just couldn't give it this name before because we didn't know what a vertex was. But we now have a shortcut to find the values of h and k. We can find h from the formula h equals negative b over 2a that we found along the way in finding the quadratic formula. And once we have h, we can find k by plugging h into our function ax squared plus bx plus c. And this will give us the value of k. Once we have these two, and the value a, which is easy to find as the coefficient of x squared, we can put it in our vertex form. Let's look at the example where we put 2x squared minus 4x plus 5 into vertex form. H is negative 4 over 2 times 2, which is 4 over 4, which is 1. And now that we have h equals 1, we can find that k is our function evaluated at 1, which is 2 times 1 squared minus 4 times 1 plus 5, which reduces to 2 minus 4 plus 5, which is 3. So we get that k equals 3. Since we found that h is 1 and k is 3, and we can clearly see that a is 2 as the coefficient of x squared, we get that the vertex form is 2 times x minus 1 squared plus 3. Notice that this method is a much faster process than we had before, but we needed to understand the graph to use this method.